Salut YouTube. La dernière fois, on avait rencontré la dernière princesse de chapitre 2. Et loin de me douter qu'il me manquait beaucoup de chapitre 3. Donc aujourd'hui, on va commencer ça. Donc on va faire un début très similaire à ce qu'on a fait dans les deux dernières. C'est-à-dire y aller sans couteau.
Her voice soft.
Hello? Is someone there?
Et on va retrouver quelqu'un qu'on avait déjà vu.
Don't let it fool you. It's all.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come.
You walk down the stairs and she's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot right.
Hi.
On va voir.
On
va retrouver la demoiselle. La damoiselle.
Thank you.
You're making a huge no. You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give they're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even imagine trying.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
Je vais voir.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement. Is someone else here?
On redescend.
You make it easier for everyone. Look at them.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains.
She barely, as she rips her flesh. It's the blade from upstairs. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens.
On la sauve.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted. You cut into her. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follows. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. Blood from her wounded arm drip. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now
Écoute,
let's
ne
get
pas
out of
ressentir
here.
la douleur, ça ne fait pas forcément de toi un psychopathe, c'est aussi une quelque chose qui existe, c'est une vraie condition. Il faut le savoir.
No, we won't have any
Eh
of
oui.
that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her
Ça ne
escape
fait pas de
the
toi
world.
quelqu'un de dangereux, ça te fait quelqu'un de ça fait de toi quelqu'un qui se met
Can't just
facilement en
let her
danger, au
escape the
contraire.
world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair. Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Non.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The
No.
blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone different, everything goes dark, and you die.
We dead.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Bonjour, merci
and in
pour
the
le
basement of
follow.
that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't,
bah go, hein. Attends, non, on va d'abord le remettre un peu à sa place.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our
Le retour
beloved,
du simp.
we'll have to be sneaky about it.
our beloved. Yes, you'll have to be
Very sneaky about your intentions if... Ah, so all of the cards are on the table.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Et si on s'en va maintenant? J'ai envie d'essayer des trucs. J'ai envie d'essayer des trucs. Est-ce qu'on s'en va? Ou est-ce que j'y vais pour faire la route qui était prévue? Non, on y va, on y va.
Oh,
Focus, focus. On se focus sur ses objectifs.
She will lie, she will cheat.
We already told you when...
I think we've all...
I do.
Sure, don't pay their... The interior of the cabin is... The blade is your...
Hop.
You take the blade.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way...
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. And hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairway.
J'ai regardé le début sur YouTube, c'est chouette de rattraper la partie en direct. Ah bah c'est cool.
Positioned along the walls.
Bienvenue, bienvenue.
The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Ah, c'est plus trop narratif du coup maintenant, mais c'est moins narratif, on va dire.
Somehow even more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue...
You know she can't hear you.
She may
Oh,
not
bien sûr, quand
be
c'est des
able
dialogues
to
que je
hear my
connais pas, je les
words,
laisse, je les lis. Hein.
but
On est toujours dans la découverte.
Oh, your spirit.
On n'est pas dans du farm bête et méchant.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Comment tu t'es refaite
You hear
enfermer?
that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods.
Elle est toute choupie, ça me rend triste.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed. Only because he made us try and kill her.
And you've died before. We damned a whole world. Nothing
Horrible for... Now, hold. We never saw...
Are you listening?
Bah ça me rend triste, mais c'est ça qu'on va devoir faire. Hein. Désolé, hein. Désolé, hein. Mais voilà, hein.
Blade in hand, you run the princess down.
Wait. No. You barbarian, what do you think you're doing?
But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror
Tu vas
as you
pas faire ce que je
approach.
croyais que t'allais faire. Il y a plein de choses à faire avec la damoiselle, apparemment, en ayant survolé les succès.
Your blade pierces
Oh,
her heart, and she collapses pathetically to the ground.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
Ah!
My love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
I'm going to...
Just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved.
On a un succès
Thank you
pour
for
ça.
seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult. I feel sick.
Sick. You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived, and you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught, grief-stricken, inconsolable.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone.
Quel bâtard!
Over it? You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all.
You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that. Let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and...
Rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
Allez.
What? No, let's not do that. You won't use your fancy
YOLO.
reverse psychotherapeutics
Bah non, du
on
coup.
me, murderer. We're dying together right now. All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself. And you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all?
I don't believe this.
What? What don't you believe?
You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen.
Il est le Smitten, c'est vraiment la voix du simp, c'est vraiment la voix la plus forte. C'est ça qui est incroyable. C'est vraiment lui qui a le plus de volonté. Il a plus de volonté que tous les autres. Et il est giga puissant du coup.
That's right. You're all sorry.
Oui, je crois qu'il se passe des bails sur Foxhole, effectivement. Il se passe des bails sur Foxhole, on demande.
Ah bah on a fait une vieille embûche vraiment éclatée au sol avec un typhon, donc un ATR sur tripod. Et on a fait une vieille embuscade, on a réussi à détruire un tank.
Bien joué. Ils ont fait une vieille embuscade pourrie, ils ont détruit un tank. Et voilà, chapitre 3. Mais du coup, ouais, la voix du simp, ne sous-estimez jamais la voix du simp. Hein. La voix du simp est incroyablement puissante.
Because we've returned to the woods, you've earned my forgiveness. Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know
Grey, j'ai
the
très
end
peur, ce nom est
of
terrifiant.
my wrath.
She won't be alive and well when we return to that cabin, because she's dead.
Ah merde, les deux se contredisent.
You killed her, and so I killed you.
And you clearly didn't do a good enough job. I'm still here.
Perte, pardon.
Oh, and I'm still there too.
Au début on était en mode ouais, on a
If you
pas la
lot
rage.
get to be blessed with seemingly eternal life, that must mean she's still there, waiting for us to throw ourselves at her feet in remorse.
I doubt it. I think I'm better at killing than you are.
So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2?
It's our third. What gave it away?
Your open discussions. I couldn't care less what he knows. Every second we stand around arguing in the woods is a second that I'm anxiously worrying about her. Take us to the cabin and take us there now. With each passing moment, our relationship may be damaged even further, though I fear the rift between us may already be permanent.
And if it is permanent, then what? You'll kill us again?
Oh, you just wait and see.
Oh
My
merde.
vengeance will echo the depths of my bereavement.
Don't provoke him. I'd prefer if we didn't die again. I'm not fond of dying. Why not? You've already done it twice. It was unpleasant. It
C'était
was
désagréable.
unpleasant because you think it's supposed to be unpleasant.
I'll make you feel what I feel if it's the last thing I do. And mark my words, you won't like it when it happens.
Oh,
T'as pas envie d'énerver le sim.
exciting. I'd love to see you try.
Can I? Well, I'm not just going to try. I'm going to actually do it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I am too.
Can I talk now? Yes, I can. Great. Now that you're listening, let me remind you that if you're here in the woods, it means that the princess
Quelle forêt? Si vous êtes là dans la forêt, quelle forêt?
poses a direct threat to the entire world.
Oui, on n'a pas assez de parler du fait que tout était différent.
If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time.
Wait.
Oui, la forêt, là, regarde, là.
That means there's hope. That means our beloved is waiting up there for us, ready to make amends.
Yes, I already told you that she's alive. Don't mind him. I don't think he's doing too well.
I'm doing better than any of you. I'm doing great. She's alive.
Influence doesn't require life. But if things restarted, why wouldn't she be alive? Who said they restarted? All they've done is changed.
I shan't listen to the vile mutterings of you serpents. Onward! Our living, breathing princess awaits us.
Qu'est-ce que ça va être comme mort-vivant, là, avec les deux qui se battent? J'en ai marre. Bye.
On touche pas même en étant côté.
Allez, on va aller jeter un œil.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives. You've already managed to slay her once, just... don't muck it up.
Oh, we'll muck it up all right. We'll get our happy ending, even if it damns each and every person who's ever lived.
Whatever you do, don't let him influence a single decision. He's clearly lost it. I hate that I'm agreeing with him on anything, but I really don't like being at the whims of someone so unstable. It's stressful.
Enfin, quelqu'un d'aussi instable, c'est nous qui nous sommes jetés sur la princesse, encore une fois, sans aucune raison. Je suis pas sûr que ce soit le plus instable du lot, hein, honnêtement.
Yes. Having all those feelings isn't very productive, is it? But we're just passengers here. Why stress over something you can't control? You're saying that like stress is just something you can turn off. It is. It's easy. Whatever happens, happens.
J'aimerais bien être aussi calme. Comme si le stress était quelque chose qu'on pouvait juste arrêter. Bah
Are
oui.
you even alive?
What's the point of doing anything if you're not going to feel a single emotion?
C'est réel.
I don't know. I just exist. And that's fine with me.
Il me fait un peu penser... Il me fait étrangement penser à GLaDOS. Avec son ton de voix surtout.
This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Ce petit I don't know. C'est très GLaDOS.
The interior of the cabin feels dry and brittle. Ancient dust-covered wooden beams hold up a crumbling ceiling like mummified ribs, each elegantly carved detail of the stately building preserved in an extended stasis. Everything here has been kept safe and dry and lifeless. But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the dusty wood of the far wall. Is that her?
Our beloved. So she does live.
She doesn't look very alive to me. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
On a encore le miroir en plein milieu.
The door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it. A mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. perhaps it's gone because an oh-so-deserved guilt has started to worm its way into each and every one of you. Perhaps all of you do feel just as bad as I about what we've done. Though if you felt the oppressive guilt I feel, we would have manifested that weapon directly into our hearts.
Alors, je l'aime beaucoup, hein, le simp, mais il parle beaucoup. Il parle trop.
It doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement? You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier, the one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's so hazy. We should try and clean it off. It's time for all of you to see what we've become. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things. I see. We are too hideous for even a mirror to behold. We can only hope she might still see some good in us. No way left to go but down.
Allez, on y va.
The door to the basement creaks
Elle est encore là.
open, revealing an antique staircase lit by weak torchlight. The air here is so stale it practically stands still, as if the very molecules of this place have been fossilized, trapped for eons until your arrival. Even the blaze of the torches can't penetrate the odorless air, as if they'd run out of fuel to burn ages ago, their light still flickering more out of habit than from adhering to a physical reality. A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadow. There she is again. My love. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
Allez, on descend.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom. See? She's dead. No! What foul trickery is this? How can this be? We just saw her alive and well a moment ago, floating away transparently. Whatever we saw was a ghost. I thought we were all on the same page.
Ce qu'on a vu, c'était un fantôme. Je pensais qu'on était tous d'accord là-dessus.
Do try to keep up. Your thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs, clutching a brightly burning torch. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead.
La voilà, la lame. Ouais, elle est là. Effectivement.
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying, or destroying, if we want to be a little more death-neutral, seems off the table. We make amends. She obviously still holds us in her heart. She's bearing a torch for us and everything. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
You came back. I missed you.
That angelic voice. I missed you too, my beloved.
Slay Queen.
You sure snapped back to your old self quick. Yes. Seeing her dazzling countenance again has reignited the warmth in my heart. I have found it in me to forgive the sins this body has committed. We can have our perfect romance after all.
This is a bad place. We're supposed to be together, but it keeps making us hurt each other.
Ah.
The torch falls from the princess's hand and bounces down the stairs.
It'll be so much better when it's gone.
The skeletal wood of the basement, perfectly dry after uncountable years of desiccation, immediately catches fire.
She's trying to kill us. A misplaced escalation of her passions, but clearly she still cares for us. I say we burn with her.
Elle veut brûler la cave.
It's okay.
Je vais brûler.
I'm going to burn too, and then we won't hurt anymore.
She's right about the last one. Burning doesn't hurt. The fire grows quickly, devouring the basement, dancing up the walls and painting every surface with strokes of flame. You're choked by smoke, and the air around you grows uncomfortably warm. We've never burned to death before. I wonder how
Tu te demandes comment ça va être de mourir brûlé.
I bet it'll feel really, really bad. Yes, it will be terrible, so you'd better come up with something to do and fast. Your personal safety is far from the only thing she's threatening right now.
I think a bit of fiery passion is good for the world. You're just trying to spoil her fun.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm trying to prevent oblivion.
Pourquoi t'as fermé la porte?
Because I wanted to be with you. I don't want you to leave.
See? Everything's fine. She wants to be with us.
Yeah, in a bad way.
She just has a unique way of expressing things.
The heat grows in intensity as the flames draw ever nearer. You can practically feel your skin sizzling already. If you're going to try and stop her from killing you and destroying the whole world, you'd better do something, and you'd better do it now.
I wonder if we look good right now. Fire makes a lot of things look good. I can only imagine how dazzling our eyes are in the dancing flames. Do you think she's noticed?
I don't want to burn to death. We don't have to, right?
Oh, ça me met très très bien.
On va essayer d'aller vers la porte.
The entire cabin erupts into a raging inferno. You ignore the princess, throwing yourself headlong against the door, bashing at it with your clenched fists in a vain attempt at freedom. It's no use. You're stuck here. Your skin starts to burn. As layers of you peel away into raw, seeping burns, you feel a hand on yours. You turn to see the princess, face bright and smile wide with manic affection. She touches you close to her chest, watching with loving eyes as the flames eat you away, bit by bit. The pain is unbearable at first. Every inch of you screams as your flesh is stripped away, your muscles stiffening as they're cooked, your blood boiling in your veins.
Non mais
It isn't
écoute...
long before the flames take your nerves, and with them, your ability to feel much of anything. See? That wasn't so bad.
It was so bad.
But somehow, the nothing is so much worse. You'll get used to it.
There are still the feelings of the heart. Those never go away.
Oh, they always do in the end. You just haven't experienced enough. Eventually you'll want them to stop too. You'll make them stop.
Très bien.
Trust me. The princess's smile never fades. Her skin peels away, and then her muscle, until all you can see is her charring skull, locked in an eternal grin.
It's very romantic, really. We got our happy ending after all. We can die happy. She's gone. And there's that.
Allez.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we ignore the cowards?
Hop. There is nothing. On arrive sur le final. C'est vrai que du coup j'avais repris, donc c'est ça. J'avais repris la sauvegarde de l'ancienne, du dernier stream en fait. Donc il restait 3 runs avant la dernière.
I think you know what I am.
Écoute, nous n'avons pas de questions. On va en profiter, on va essayer de faire une autre fin. Burn Grey, putain, il y en a 2. Il y en a 2.
I can finally see you. And it's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment.
Ça va, Noct?
I've missed you dearly. Names are there to
Et maintenant?
ever the when the echoes spun up.
Nocturne, ne me fais pas choisir des choix que je ne veux pas choisir, je t'en supplie. Ben, go, hein. On va réessayer.
Has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life.
The eroticism of killing each other.
And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react, and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above.
Yes, un
If you
chat!
limit yourself to what you are
Pardon.
now, why would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
On vient faire un braquage avec Paul.
Ah ouais?
Dans la face. Bon,
Ouais.
Et en fait, ouais, qui leur a pris le courage. Il était en surpoids là. Et du coup, comment c'est passé? Et là, il y a un des Espagnols avec qui sort de la place. Il est là en mode. Il commence à parler, il y a le deuxième, je dis, viens, on commence à parler, je fais attends. Je pense que j'ai un camion. Le gars dans la place, il est un peu plus loin, il commence à mettre le camion dans le camion en mode bah non, il est en surpoids.
Ouais.
Monte dans le camion, il se casse. Les braquages comme ça, je ne vis plus. Allez, 14 l'année sur
Time you spent away from me is still time spent in reference
Ils ont
to
besoin de
me.
menacer.
Even then, both of us are more than our
Ah
bodies.
ouais, donc
Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you?
You are desire. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you're tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring. But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion.
Personne n'est dans personne sans consentement, c'est vrai.
But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There's a natural order to the cycle of things sustaining.
Elle a un très grand coup quand même.
A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
What you
Rejette ton
mistake for
autorité.
lecture is merely observation. I only want to help you. You can vainly struggle against me, or you can follow the rhythm of our movement and find our freedom. You are nothing, a black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your
Ça, on l'avait
restless
vu, du
thoughts.
coup.
When I proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, only with both of us is there a future to look towards. Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation? You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness and love in conflict. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
C'est plus ce que j'avais répondu, mais... Allez.
Even now you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to break your delusion, I will still break it.
You don't have to face her alone. It's good to be here. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick.
C'est ça qu'on avait fait. On avait dit je suis prêt et on était retourné dans la cabane. Oh là, je sais pas. On va là-bas. On y va. On va dans la cabane.
And here we are. Do you... That's probably for the best.
Allez.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here?
We both know why you're here.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Bah, du coup, on va faire ça pour une nouvelle fin.
So this is it then. Let's see this through.
So, that's how it is. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Pour les succès, on a déjà... Voilà. Hein.
Oh là là, mais je suis sauvé.
Ah, attends, j'ai bientôt fini.
Oh là là, je suis
And I
sauvé.
don't think she's coming back.
Lesquels côtes, le mec?
Is that a metaphor, or are you being
Non, je
literal?
suis sauvé pour les vacances.
Doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Allez, on s'en va. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est le vide.
It's quiet here.
Oui, c'est littéralement le long quiet. Allez, on se libère.
He's gone, she's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Une absolute réalité. Ouais.
Oh là là.
Ah, il n'y aura plus de pain de sang.
Isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought
Mais c'est
we'd
ça le
actually
monde.
wind up siding
Il est un peu
with him?
menaçant. Hein.
The whispering and the coercion and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped.
Attends, j'arrive.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself. Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order,
We are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm
J'allais dire, on l'a pas encore entendu.
inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better. Here, here, to our vanquished foe. It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that.
Ils ont déjà l'air de se faire chier. Ça a même pas commencé, ils ont déjà l'air de se faire chier.
We can do that.
Ok. Mais ça avait l'air très vide comme monde. Hein. Ça avait l'air d'être le soleil, oui, effectivement. Bah voilà. On a une nouvelle fin. Elle est... C'est la pire depuis le début. Hein. C'est la pire fin. Vraiment. C'est la pire qu'on ait eue depuis le début. La moins... Bah, je sais pas, il y a rien, quoi. On a fait des trucs terribles pour gagner rien. Pour gagner de l'éternité, en fait. Mais l'éternité de rien. Du coup, c'est un peu nulos. Allez. Des bisous YouTube. À la prochaine.